How's it going, everybody? Doing a PS5 video game collection video today. I think there's 3 or 4 new games in here from the last one. It wasn't that long ago. Figured I want to do one. So I think I'm getting one PS5 game for Christmas, and I wanted to kind of do it now. So I don't know when I'll be doing another one, but got the games over here. What do I have? 32. The first one is the Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered. This is the special edition. This has a physical game, both of them, a steelbook, art book, and the soundtrack, greatest hits. Haven't opened it yet. This is one that I was going to cancel. The pre-order, I probably just should have. This game is not, I feel like these games are not going to gain a ton of value, or anything. I will eventually open it and play them, but they're cool games. I'm pretty sure I completed the first one. Did I beat the second one? I cannot remember, but they're cool games. They're in the Legacy of Kain series. You play as Raziel. He plays Raziel in this one. Or these two. There he is there. I think you start off as a Seraphim Lord. I think that gets maybe revealed in, I don't even know, it might have been in Defiance they revealed it. But to start a Soul Reaver, you're a vampire, and you get your wings first before Kain, and you're excited and shit. And you show Kain, then he rips him out and throws you in this endless abyss or some shit. So his body gets all destroyed, and then the Elder God saves him, and he becomes a Soul Reaver. They're cool puzzle action games. With the Legacy of Kain games have just all of them: Blood Omens, Defiance, the Soul Reavers. Some of the best voice acting you'll get. It's very dramatic. It's almost like it's very dramatic, big words and stuff. A lot of shit like that, but it's really good. Hogwarts Legacy. I enjoyed this game quite a bit, to be honest with you. It takes place in the 1800s or some shit. I forget the story. I think they're goblins, right? There's one of them that wants to take over, and then they're working with dark wizards as well. Your character's got I forget what the ability is, the ancient magic you can use and stuff, and it goes from there. There's a ton of side stuff to do. I've done 2 gameplays on this. Really nice game world. Hogwarts looks incredible. It's a pretty big open world. It's not massive, but good enough. Once you get a broom, you're flying all over the place. You can fast travel. I can't fly your broom in Hogsmeade, but Hogsmeade's there as well. And there's other little kind of small towns there. And there's a Forbidden Forest, other stuff. Like I said, there's tons of stuff to do. Pretty cool characters in the game. You have the place where you're essentially stealing animals, from poachers, even though sometimes you can just get them out in the wild. You throw them in your little bag, and then you have a giant kind of zoo-type thing inside the Room of Requirement, which is cool. It's a little kind of animal breeding simulator in there as well. The combat's fun. It's a cool game. It looks good. There's a ton to do. I enjoyed it. Ghostwire Tokyo Deluxe Edition. Awesome game. I've talked about this before. This is probably top 5 game for me on the PS5. You're in Tokyo, and a giant fog comes through, but this spirit latches onto you so you don't disappear. Everybody else just disappears. Their spirits are floating around. You can gather their spirits and go to this phone booth, and it's almost like a collectible. It gives you, I forget what it does. It's almost like a currency type thing, but you're saving their souls or whatever. So I guess they go back when stuff goes back to normal. But this fog comes through, and there's a whole bunch of it's almost like a parade of creatures going and shit. The combat's fun. the spirit that's attached to you is the combat. Like, that's how you're able to use, like, I think it's wind, fire, and water. You do get a bow and arrow at one point as well. And you're knocking out the enemy's cores and sucking them out and shit. There's collectibles in this. Yokai are in here. The cat yokai is like the shopkeeper. There's other ones in a lot of these things are leading up to like power-ups and stuff. And upgrades and whatnot. There's side stuff to do in here too. The school side quest is pretty creepy with the like the mannequin and the health, the one that has the body and health class. When you turn around, it freezes, but when you start walking, it follows you, and you kind of hear it, and then you turn around, it's behind you, stopped. Pretty creepy game as well. Decent boss fights. It's a cool game. It's really good. I don't want to talk about them forever. It's just going forever. Forspoken. I played this for like 4 or 5 hours. I didn't hate it. The combat was pretty fun. What's her name? Frey Holland. You get grabbed. You get transported from New York City. Another thing, this wristlet thing, like it grabs it, hold of you, and you go to this other world. I played it for a bit. The world was very barren to me. I gotta play more of it, I guess. Maybe there's like bigger cities. I don't know. But the combat was pretty fun. It looked decent, but I just didn't play a ton of it. This is the Final Fantasy portion. Final Fantasy 16, you play as, I think his name's Clive. Cool game. This one's very Game of Thrones-y. I've never watched it. It's a lot of guys dying and betrayals and stuff. You are, what is it, Icon? They call him in this Icon. Yeah, it says his name, Clive, on the back. His iconic power. These things are the Espers and the, what were they called in Final Fantasy X? It's always the same. Ifrit, Shiva, Bahamut, the rest. It's always them. They just have different names. And so a decent amount of the games will be called the same things, but then they have different names in the other games. Combat's fun in this. You get because you're like attached to Ifrit as Clive, and you get into fights like as the Icons and or Aeons. They're called Aeons in 10. But you get into these sick fights. Just it's huge, giant enemy. That stuff. It's really cool. It looks nice. It's fun to play. I gotta finish it. I got up to the port where you, I think it is Bahamut. Maybe you take out. I forget who's attached to him. This guy, because he's pissed. He's gone nuts because the like overarching evil dude is pulling the strings behind the scenes. But I just did that fight, and I got to go on from there. I don't want to do any spoilers. Combat's fun. It's a nice looking game. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is the second in the remake series of Final Fantasy VII. This game's awesome. Like it's just incredible. They actually have a controller skin in here. I did not use it. You're back as Cloud. You do play as I can't remember their names. Oh god. There's Cloud, Aerith, Tifa, Barrett. Kate Sith. Yuffie. Some other. Why can't I remember Sephiroth? You play as him very briefly. I think it's kind of a flashback type thing. But this one opens up the world, so you're at a Midgard. You're exploring all over the place. It looks awesome. Combat again is fun. It's not the traditional turn-based from the original. It's cool. There's tons of side shit to do in this game and stuff. Like I love this game. Some people did not like it. I don't know why. I thought it was awesome. Let me get the last one here. A Final Fantasy Crisis Core. Final Fantasy VII Reunion. This is a remaster, maybe a straight up remake of Crisis Core, which was originally a PSP game, and it looked really good on the PSP. I think in this one you play as Zack. Yeah. See it right there. Haven't played it yet. I did open it. I need to play it though. I don't know if this one has like the roulette combat system, or that was something else. I can't remember, but I do need to play it. Dredge. Haven't opened it yet. I got it for like, well, actually it was free because I had a gift card. It was like $20. And I'll sell like 50. It's got a bunch of stuff in it though. A lot of people said this game's good. Deathloop, I did a gameplay on this. I can't, from the beginning, I have not played it since. I don't know. You like die and keep coming back. I forget the hook here. 24 hours, 8 targets, 1 rifle assassin. I just wasn't digging it too much. I have to go back to it at some point. Deathmark 2, cool game. It's the third in the Spirit Hunter series. It has using the same dude from the first Deathmark. Where is he? Right there. And these characters, not all of them, these 2 down here were not. I believe the 4 up top are all in the first Deathmark. This one is not the same thing. You don't have a mark on you, but this one takes place in a school. You're pretending to be like a professor. And this urban legend is, or you're fighting urban legends, or like taking students out. And then you fight these urban legends, but there's like another bad entity that's like sucking out the souls of these evil other urban legends. So they're like the main bad guy. It looks cool. There's more to do in this one than the other ones. More gameplay. It's very like when you're fighting the enemies, you gotta figure out what to say and items to use and stuff. But it's pretty creepy as well. It's cool. Alan Wake 2. I gotta play more of this. It was cool. I just stopped playing it. You do play, I forget, what's her name? Saga Anderson. You play as her. Eventually you do find Alan Wake. And you're playing as him. I was playing as him in like the dark place or whatever the fuck it was called that he was in after the first one. But looks nice. It's fun. As Saga, you have her, it's like her mind, something where you're getting the clues and figuring it out. You know, she's like a brilliant FBI agent type thing. I do need to play more of it though, because it was cool what I was playing. It's just I stopped, like I do with so many games. Dead Space Remake. I think I reviewed this. I talked about it. I wasn't impressed. I didn't hate it. It was just Dead Space, but I feel like they didn't add. It didn't feel like the Resident Evil 2 remakes and stuff. It didn't feel fresh to me. It just looked better. They might have added a few things, but it's still a cool game. Because Dead Space is cool, but I feel like it could have been better. This is one of the 2 games that was gifted to me. Thank you to the people that did it. A person, I don't know if they both came from the same person. Anyway, Atari 50th, the anniversary celebration, expanded edition. 140 classic games from. There's games from Atari, the 800, the 2600, the 5278, Jaguar and Lynx. I was playing. What was I playing on here? It's been a bit. I was playing, I think it was Turbo Sub or something on the Lynx. I think that was one of them. But I did play a decent amount of the games, just screwing around with them. But I can't remember. It wasn't Moon Patrol, because Moon Patrol's not on here. Shoplifter, maybe? I don't know, I can't remember. Oh, wait. It's got a list of the games on the back here. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, this is the DLC, too. This is the stuff some of the stuff they added. No, I cannot forget. Super Breakout I was playing, but that's not what I was thinking of. I can't find it here. Oh, Food Fight. Sorry, it was Food Fight I was playing. Yeah, it was Food Fight. The arcade version. I had it on the 7800, I believe. But I was playing the arcade version. It's a classic. But it's cool, and it's also got interviews with some of the people that like designed the system and shit, which is cool as well. Assassin's Creed Mirage. I might have did a gameplay on this. This has something in here. What is it? Lithographs and a Baghdad map. I like this game because it was tighter. It was back to the old, like the first couple of ones, where this is, you know, those games are open, but you're not in massive open worlds like Odyssey and Origins Origins. Even Black Flag, even though it's my favorite, Black Flag is still much smaller than Odyssey and Origins. But I liked it. It was just you're running around. The parkour and stuff is better in the tighter quarters, like these ones. This one, the originals, a couple booking up stuff, climbing, running across rooftops and shit. It looks really nice. It's a good looking game. It's a lot of the same Assassin's Creed shit. I can't remember a lot of story here, but I've checked out. I still enjoy the games, but I like checked out on the it was the Animus, right, in the first one, and then Desmond got killed at some point, or just they just like wrote him off, and all the other people that were there from the first like 3 or 4, and then it's just I can't even pay attention to like what is even happening anymore. They're still fun to play. It's just I'm like, what? Alone in the Dark remake. This is like a reimagining almost, right? Does it actually say that on it? Yes. You play as Emily Hartwood or Edward Cornby. I'm using Emily in the gameplay I've been doing. She's Jodie Comer. David Harbour plays Cornby. Pretty decent looking game. It has an old school. I mean, this is original. The original Alone in the Dark came out like the 90s. But it has that old school survival horror feel. It's pretty creepy at points. I forget what part I'm up to. I'm playing as her and I'm on like a boat. Like I got warped back to something and I'm on like a sunken, half sunken like what are they? A riverboat type thing. I was enjoying it though. I don't know how much different it is to use him if it opens it up or not. Like different areas and stuff. A Plague Tale Requiem. So you're back with Amicia and Hugo, brother and sister team from the first one. This game has a depressing ending. It's a pretty depressing game overall. You do use Hugo in this one as well. He controls the rats, but you're mostly using Amicia, and you have your slingshot. You get different things to put in the sling, like stuff that will snuff out people's torches, the enemy's torches, the guards. Regular slingshot. There's a few other ones that do other shit too. You can. It's very much a stealth game. You want to hide and stuff, get around enemies, distract them by throwing things at stuff and whatnot. You can do combat, but it's not. There's a few parts I feel like where you're forced to. There definitely is a few parts where you're forced to, but you mostly want to avoid it. It's a cool game. It looks really good. You meet up with these two as well. I forget their names. But the one guy like attacked you at first and then like was on your side. It's a pretty cool game. This get to a point where there's a little bit of side things to do, but it's not a lot. But it's still a solid game. The original Plague Tale Innocence is also really good. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Gotta finish this still. I'm at the end. I know I'm at the end because I'm at the wherever the hell that is. I forget. Awesome game. It's in first person. It works well. You're collecting things. You're doing stuff. Troy Baker's doing the voice of Indiana Jones. He does a good job of it. There was the guy that did the voice of Indy in the Indy game on Nintendo 64. That really sounded like Harrison Ford. I don't know who that guy is or where he is. If he's still alive or not, but it's fun. There's good exploration. You start off in like the Vatican. Well, the beginning of the game is the Raiders of the Lost Ark. You just play through the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark. We're in the Vatican. You do some side quests as well. You're collecting things as always. Eventually, you can go back to the areas you went to find stuff. Because I think you need to get other, it's like the Zelda type thing. You have to get other things to access areas and other spots and shit. Really nice looking game though. It's cool. I really do have to finish it. The combat's pretty fun too. It works well in first person. Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. What's in this one? Some more crap. Oh, there's a poster in here? I never knew this was in here. Did I not look at this? I didn't know there was a little poster in there. That's cool. This is, you play as Ichiban Karasaga? And, what is it? Kiryu? Yes, Kazuma Kiryu. This one you end up in Hawaii. It starts off, I guess you're in Tokyo, right? I forget where you're exactly at, but your life gets screwed. You get kind of betrayed by, well, not betrayed, but somebody screws you. You get fired from your job, you lose everything. You still have your friends with you. But I don't have them in my army yet. My team yet. I forget their fucking names. Was it Sadako or Psycho or Psycho? Namba, and I forget the other guy's name. But now I have just Kiryu, Ichiban, and this other guy's in there as well. Combat's still the same. It's still goofy and weird. I didn't play a ton of it, maybe like 5-6 hours. But you go to Hawaii and you're trying to figure out who screwed you. Well, your mother lives there, and you go to her house, but you haven't found her, and I forget. This is another one I need to go back to. NBA 2K23. I've done the gameplays on it. I just play the eras mode. That's all I play, where you're going through the eras, drafting guys and shit, building team. I need to do another gameplay of this at some point. I already deleted it to put Star Wars Outlaws on there, so I don't know when that's gonna happen. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. I haven't played this one yet. I got it because it was like $15. This is a 2D game, and it looks pretty cool. I just haven't played it yet. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. It's Ratchet and Clank. It's fun. You get crazy weapons. You play as a Ratchet here, and I think her name's Rivet. Is it say it on the back? No. But like Clank gets Ratchet this like dimensionator or something, so he can go out of places and try to find other Lombax, because he's like the only one, or he thinks he is. And of course Nefarious gets a hold of it and shit happens, and the rifts are in certain parts, and you can kind of use this thing and go through them, and you like end up on another part of the level and shit. It looks amazing. These are lighthearted games. They look good. The platforming's fun. I've not beat this one yet. You're checking out different planets and stuff. I am using Rivet at the moment. Rivet's with Clank now, and Ratchet's with another kind of robot as well now. But you can't go wrong with these games. They're fun. You get the crazy weapons you get and shit, and then you upgrade them and stuff. The combat's always been fun, and they always look great. Robocop Rogue City. This one I did beat. I don't know if I did a review on it. I really like this game, though. It was cool. It was like really good. It's in first person. The guns have great impact. Peter Weller's doing the voice of Robocop here, which is awesome. I also got him to do it. And I don't know if any of the other people did the voices, the actors and actresses from the other one, because they're there. But I can't remember. I think it takes place between Robocop and Robocop 2, or between 2 and 3. I can't remember. But his partner's there. What's her name? I forget. I don't know if she's it's her original woman, the actress doing her voice too. But there's some side stuff to do. It's fun. You know, it's not overly long. It looks nice. It's got a nice grit to it and Grimes of Detroit. And shit. The Ed 209, is that what it is? That's in there as well. I think you fight one or two of those throughout the game. Maybe it is between 2 and 3. I can't remember. Because I want to say the enemy from Robocop 2 is there too. I can't remember fully, but I did enjoy it. RE2, this was the other gifted game. It's a remake to Resident Evil 2. I originally played it on the Xbox One. I just wanted to get it on my wish list at the time, and someone picked it up for me. It's awesome. It's this incredible remake. It's better than 3. 4 is really good too, the remake. This still might be my favorite of the 3, though. Resident Evil 3 is the weakest because it's more like an action movie. I still enjoyed it, but it's more like they wanted to go like a different route. They tried something, whatever. It's not that it didn't work, but it's not the same feel. I didn't like it nearly as much, but I enjoyed it, but not. This is 4. This one's awesome. You're Leon. You can play as Leon or Claire. And there's enough differences when you play as either one of them to where it's worth it to immediately start up a new game. It's awesome. This one's creepier than the original. Looks nice. You can move and shoot now, which is huge. This is an awesome remake. Like, this is when you do remakes of older games, it's nice because it's not like a remake. Like, well, here's Last of Us again. Here's Last of Us 2 remastered. This, you're getting a ground-up remake, and it feels nostalgic while feeling fresh at the same time. This is the most recent game I picked up. I've not opened it yet. I got it on the Black Friday deal, Romancing Saga 2. Now, this is originally a Super Famicom game. I do not think this ever came over here back then. The Romancing Saga games, I do not think were released in the US back then. I think they only came out on the Super Famicom. I don't know if they came out in Europe. They definitely were out in Japan. But this is like a remake of that. There's a lot of these remakes now of these older games, which is cool. And this one looked cool. I never played it, but it looks like a classic kind of times. $20 on a Black Friday deal, so I grabbed it. If anyone's played it, let me know how it is. They, I think, released it like afterward. Like you can get the original versions downloadable on the Xbox or the PlayStation, probably Switch as well. But that's like a full-on remake of it. Uncharted: The Legacy of Thieves collection. So you've got Uncharted 4 Thieves End, and then the DLC Lost Legacy where you play as Chloe and Nadine. I was playing that one. That's the reason I got this. It was like $15. Uncharted 4 is classic. It's an awesome game. I've not played. I played it on PS4. But like I was saying, like Lost Legacy is cool, but with the Uncharted, after playing, I told you, I've said this a million times. After playing Silent Hill 2, a lot of the voice acting, while it's still good, it's not natural to me. In this game, it's just, and these games in general, it's just constant quips. They always have the right thing to say, and they're always cracking jokes. And like every line of dialogue is like a quip or a comeback or some shit, you know? Like, the voice acting's still good. It's just, Silent Hill 2 almost ruined voice acting in the sense that the voice acting in that game was so natural and awkward of conversations would be that, like, all of these other games, like, oh, they always have the perfect thing to say. Everything sounds perfect. But still, the Uncharted's are fantastic. The gunplay is great. Gameplay's good. Enemies are mostly bullet sponges, but and the exploration's great. The little traversal stuff is really good. All the Uncharted's look great. They always have an awesome kind of movie moment in them. You can't go wrong with the Uncharted's, and you're collecting stuff as well. Midnight Suns. This is the first game I got, Marvel Midnight Suns. This is a turn-based strategy game where you're using Marvel characters. I played some of it. It was pretty cool. Siberia, the world before. They just released a remake, or at least a remaster, remake, whatever, of the original Siberia that I might pick up at some point. Because those are great. These are great games. This is a great game. You're playing as Kate Walker again. And also as, what's her name? Donna Rose, I think. Yes. I'm not going to spoil who she is, Donna Rose and stuff. But you go back in time to the 40s, and then you're in present day with Kate Walker. And it works out because you're exploring the same areas in different time periods. And you play it as Donna Rose, and then you, like, oh, this is the combo to the thing in the future. It's like a puzzle. It puzzles it that way. That's what these games are. They're point-and-click type games. A little more gameplay now than they would have been back then, but they're point-and-click adventure games where you're collecting things, got to figure out where to use what and shit like that. This has a little art book of the span of the series. I think the only one I have not completed is 2. And the Automaton is back. I forget his name. He's in a different form, though. Like, you put him in the thing, he ends up in this armadillo thing. I forget his name. Star Wars Outlaws. Been enjoying it so far. I talked about it briefly in one of my rambles. Pretty cool game. You play as a Kay Vess, I believe her name is. And your buddy, your little alien buddy, Nix. I have not met this guy yet. I'm on the first planet. It's cool. It's fun. Well, the first explorable planet. I was doing some stuff on this other planet, then you get booted. You're like a thief. And I'm on this other planet doing shit. It's pretty fun so far. It's cool. I'm on like a speeder bike doing shit. I'm working with different underground organizations, and you're either in poor standing or good standing based on if you screw them or you're doing stuff for them and shit. Pretty fun so far. Looks nice. Blaster combat's fun. Jedi Survivor. I've talked about this game a ton. You're back as, what's his name? Kestis. Yes, there it is. I don't like this one as much as Fallen Order. The gameplay is still there and everything's still there. There wasn't enough planets to explore in this one. The big planet you go to in the beginning one, where you meet up with Greasy again, he's got his bar. You're like getting fish for his bar, aquarium. You're doing side quests and shit. That was really cool on that planet. The other planet's cool too, where the other Jedi are hiding, but it's not as good as the other one. And then the other ones are just small little either moon bases. The last planet, like part of the story, I'm not going to spoil anything, that these other old Jedis from back in the day were trying to find. They found it. That's the end of the game, and it's such a letdown because it's like 5 minutes of fucking gameplay, and it's not even that big. Gameplay's still fun. There's a part where you fight Vader again as Seer. And I've complained about this a million times. Annoying. The myth of Vader died long ago. Like, the more they put out shit, like, here's the Mandalorian, here's this, here's that. Oh, these Jedi survived. This person survived. This survived. All this shit. Everybody's kicking Vader's ass. I feel like a stormtrooper would take him out at this point. The myth of Vader, to me, has been ruined. And people who like the other shit don't even acknowledge it half the time. They're too busy bitching about the other stuff that's worth bitching about. But it's like, dude, like, Vader's myth, like, the myth of Vader has been ruined with all this other crap they keep pumping out. Didn't Ahsoka take him, bust him up? Obi-Wan, of course, is going to bust him up. That makes sense because he's fucking trained him. He knows all his moves. But you're fighting him as Ser, and, like, you, instead of it just being you getting the shit kicked out of you and you're just trying to survive, and you hold him off or whatever, no, you're actually roughing him up and you almost, like, kill him, but your lightsaber just missed the side. It's just like, dude, I can't, man. Vader should be kicking you. Like in Fallen Order, you get into the fight with the end and he just roughs you up. Like, it's like real quick, like you're done. You can't handle him. You gotta get out. Should have been the same thing here. The myth of that, just the Order 66 stuff, because in A New Hope, it was like Vader was hunting down all the other Jedi and taking them out. And then, of course, they added in the Inquisitors and shit. And, like, how many half the Jedi survive Order 66? Get the fuck out of here. I don't know, man. Dude, even the Star Wars shit, like, I'll sit here and be like, Mandalorian, all this other crap, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'll go after it all. I don't give a shit. Even if I enjoy it, I'll be like, this is still stupid. Like, I enjoyed the Obi-Wan show, but it was fucking pointless. Like, and it should have been him in his own head on Tatooine, never leaving Tatooine. And just, you know, just him, like, going through it and just being still in such regret and stuff, and, like, being a drunk out of his mind. Maybe he does shit from time to time, you know, he's, like, breaking down mentally. But it wasn't that. But I still enjoyed it. But no, it wasn't necessary. White Day. The Flower That Tells Lies. I played a little bit of this. I had the first one on the Switch. It's pretty cool so far, pretty creepy. I did not play a ton of it. Silent Hill 2 Remake. I talked about this game, did some gameplays. I love it. I thought it was awesome. They added to it. It's longer. Voice acting and the motion capture is fantastic. It looks good. The gameplay is what it is. It's fucking Silent Hill. It's okay. There was a few parts I got nervous in that Dark World hospital where I was like, oh my god, it's going to just be a combat fest now. Thankfully, it kind of toned it down. People were complaining about the prison in Dark World. I didn't have any problem with that. Still creepy as fuck. The creepiness and the dread is still there to me. And it's cool they do things differently. Like, some of the puzzles are in different spots, or where you get the radio or whatever is in a different spot when you go to that spot, though, where you originally got it. It's like a little memory. It's almost like a collectible. Same thing with some of the puzzles. You'll find a broken puzzle that you would have done the puzzle at. You get a little like chime, and the camera changes out. It's Silent Hill 2. It's an awesome game. The original is still a shit, but this is no fucking slouch. And the last game, Silent Hill F, did a review on this, did a gameplay of it. I want to do another one at some point. I enjoyed it. I think I gave it an 8 out of 10. A lot of people really hate the combat. Now, I said the combat in close quarters is annoying as hell. It's terrible, I think. But the combat when you're out in the open, especially in like one-on-one fights, or sometimes even a 2-on-1, it's not bad. I don't mind it, honestly. And then you get the wolf arm in the Dark World, or whatever they call it. I already forget. You get like a wolf. You go some shit in this game. And I liked it. Some people are like, oh, that thing was stupid. I liked that. I thought it was cool. Enemies look nice. Creepy game. Not creepy on the level of this and dreadful as this, because this game's not overly dark like these games are, like some of the other Silent Hills are. Really gorgeous graphics, though. Some of the puzzles were a little annoying. There was one with the scarecrows that was a little annoying as hell. And there might have been one other one that was annoying. And the ending you get is just the ending everybody gets. And I thought that was fucked up, because it's almost forcing you to do a second playthrough, which I do not like to do in these type of games right after I play it. So I'll go do it at some point. I forget, what's her name? I forget all the fucking characters' names. She was a good character, the voice acting's great. The, Rinko, one of her friends in the game, I can't remember her fucking name, the main character that you use. Her voice actress and motion capture. She's playing through the game, and she doesn't know anything about games. So that's been fun. I watched some of those. And now the character, the Rinku. It's Rinku or Rinko. Her one friend is also that voice actress, and I guess she does the motion capture, is playing it as well now. That's kind of cool when they do that. I liked it. Some people hated it. I don't understand. I could see not being into it, but like saying it's a bad game is kind of weird to me because there's nothing like outwardly terrible about it. To me, at least. Graphically, it looks nice. I played it with English subtitles in Japanese because that's how I want to play it. Because I feel like it's just better experience that way. I thought it looked really nice. I thought the combat was decent outside of the tight quarters, and you get different like abilities in the dark world where you can go back and now access them in a second playthrough and shit. I believe there's some collectibles in here. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. Yeah, Silent Hill F, and anyway, that's my PS5 collection, kind of updated with the color. I know for a fact Silent Hill F wasn't in there. Romancing Saga and Outlaws wasn't in there. I don't know if there was one other